This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. I am officially hyped. My favorite deck of all time is DDD, and it got some new support, and today we're gonna go over that support. I know I'm late to the party. This has been like, what, today's Saturday, so it's already been a week. I know what these effects do, but I'm just gonna kind of go over them with you guys. Let's get into it. First card we have is DD Lance Soldier. This is a level 2 Dark Fiend Tuner effect monster, 400 attack, 400 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can target one DD monster you control, increase its level up to the number of dark contract cards you control or in your graveyard. So this right here is, I think this card is going to be replacing Lamia. It can also level modulate its level to, let's say if it's already a 2, you can go ahead and increase its level to 2 more, so it's going to be at 4, so it can play well with your level 4s, which is kind of what you want to do. You want to, like, you know, go into rank 4s and stuff like that. The second effect is if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one dark contract card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So it has the same effect as Lamia in the graveyard, that you can special summon it, but then if it leaves the field, you banish it. Solid card, I think. Probably a one of. I don't see it being more than that. Like, you don't want to brick on this in your hand. Like, you want it to be in your graveyard, so I assume you want to send it with some other effects like a Marksman King Tell, or, you know, something like that. Maybe like a Copernicus effect to get it into the graveyard so you can special summon it. So I don't think it's going to be more than a one of. The next effect we have is DD Defense Soldier. It's a level 4 Dark Fiend effect monster, 0 attack, 18 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can only activate one of these effects. Target one DD card in your Pendulum Zone to special summon it. Banish one DD monster from your graveyard. If your DDD monster attacks this turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Okay. So by reading those two effects, if I'm going to choose one, it's probably going to be the target the DD in your Pendulum Zone and special summon it. It's kind of like an extender that way. I'm probably not going to be activating the other effect, the banished one DD. Probably not that great. I mean, negating a damage step from being activated is not really that important in today's game, really. The second effect of this card says you can banish this card from your graveyard, add one DD Pendulum monster from your face-up extra deck or graveyard to your hand. Okay, that can come in handy. I feel like that's like a Savant Thomas effect. Like, yeah, I think that's similar to that effect where you can recur a DD Pendulum monster from your extra deck, but this one actually includes the graveyard this time, so that's kind of like a little bit of a buff to that effect. It's not a pendulum monster like Thomas, but again, I can see both of these, the lance and the defense, being more like one-ofs, if anything, more like, you know, some techs. This one is the best card of this entire support. This is DDD Zero Demise King Zero Machinex. It's a level 8 Dark Fiend Pendulum effect monster. Attack is 3000, defense is 0, and it has a pendulum scale of 0. That is phenomenal, because up until this point, the only 0 scale we had was Rage. So adding another 0 pendulum scale, which is great, so that we can summon back, you know, like your level 1s and stuff like that, is really, really good. The pendulum effect says you can only use this pendulum effect of this card once per turn. During your main phase, if this card was activated this turn, place one dark contract continuous spell or trap from your deck face up to your field. This is phenomenal. This essentially, if you have it in your hand, you can put it in your pendulum scale, and because you activated it in your pendulum scale, you can activate it to go ahead and place a dark contract straight from the deck. That's another starter for the deck, guys. We have Copernicus, we have Kepler, we have the 3 dark contracts, we have the Nightmare Throne, we have this card now. The deck just became way more consistent. I am so excited for this card. Just off of that pendulum effect alone is crazy. Monster effect. You can only use this first and second effect. Sorry, you can only use this first and second monster effect of this card's name each once per turn. So once per turn, it's a hard once per turn. If a face-up DDD or Dark Contract card you control other than DDD Zero Demise King Zero Machinex is destroyed while this card is face-up in your extra deck, even during the damage step, you can special summon this card and then destroy one card on the field. That card is that effect is really, really good. I like that it's all just one effect. Like, it's not like special summon and then like on summon you have to destroy a card. I actually like that it's all one effect because your opponent will not know what card you're trying to destroy, and it doesn't target either. Let me read that just again. You can special summon this card, then destroy one card on the field. So yeah, so it doesn't even target. That's really, really good. I can see that being like a good going second card like effect. I mean, where you're trying to break a board too, that can come in handy. But even on like the crackback too, like you have this in your extra deck, your opponent breaks your board on their turn, you special summon it and then pop something, so it's like another form of interaction on your opponent's turn. I kind of like that a lot. And then the second effect is if this card in the monster zone is destroyed, so by battle or card effect, you can place this in your pendulum zone. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that a lot. That's a really, really cool card. It also has a little note here on the Yugioh organization. It says, note, visually this card appears to be based on Himika, which is Rei's mother, as well as the suit of... Yeah, so I definitely noticed that too, because she wears all red. She has like a red suit, and this card is probably homage to her from because she's Reggie's mom. So, and if you guys didn't know, Reggie Akaba is the guy who plays the DDD deck in the anime for RV. So very, very, very cool that they did a little nod to that. Let me actually go back, because the other one, the Defense Soldier, is actually in reference to Leo Do School. So Leo is like lion in Latin or Spanish. So Leo means lion, and the Defense Soldier is a lion, which is pretty cool. And then the other one is Lance Soldier, which is the logo of the Lancers, which is like the group that Reggie forms to go ahead and go to like the different dimensions. The logo is like a lance riding a horse, which is what this card is. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's go back. Let's continue here. So that was the Demise King Zero Machinex. Let's go ahead and go into our first extra deck monster. We have DDD Great Dimension King Arc Crisis. This guy has all the D's in his name. DDDD's, like 4 D's. That means he's going to be really strong, so let's see what he does. He's a level 12 Dark Fiend Fusion Pendulum Effect monster. He's attack 4,000, defense 4,000. He is a big Chungus guy. His pendulum scale is 13, so that's another first for the deck. We never had a pendulum scale 13 before, so this is actually our first one, which is really cool. Pendulum effect. You can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. You can target any number of Dark Contract cards you control, destroy them. Then you can special summon up to that many Doom King pendulum monsters from your deck or extra deck. Wow. So you can actually play the Doom Kings, which is the purple Armageddon, the bright Armageddon, and the dark Armageddon. Those are the 3 Doom Kings that we have from the extra deck, and then we also have one of the Doom Kings, Doom King Armageddon in that main deck, but I don't think anybody's going to run that. I don't even think you would actually run the Doom King Pendulum Monsters in your extra deck, to be honest, because those just don't do enough. I know I run just the bright because it has like the targeting protection, so that's like a good card to summon off of like your Gilgamesh if it gets destroyed. So that's something that I run, but I don't see any. I'm not gonna, because of this effect, I'm not gonna run the other ones, I don't think. Let's keep reading. So we have the monster effect now. To summon this guy, it requires 4 Fiend monsters: 1 Fusion, 1 Synchro, 1 Xyz, and 1 Pendulum. Must either be Fusion summoned or special summoned from your face down extra deck by banishing the above cards from your field and or graveyard. You can only summon DDD Great Dimension King Arc Crisis once per turn this way, no matter which method you use. Okay, so this is more going to be like a crackback OTK guy, because if you're going first, you're setting up your board. If they happen to crack your board, you can go ahead and just banish everything from the graveyard that's in the graveyard already to summon this guy. He has 4,000 attack. That's what I probably would assume will happen. the first effect of this monster effect, it says, if this card is special summoned, you can negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. That is like a Kali-Yuga type effect, but Kali-Yuga is a little bit better because it does not activate. This effect activates, so your opponent can chain to it. But if it resolves, I mean, your opponent can activate effects to his attack or anything like that, or anything else that that is on board. So that's really, really good. The second monster effect says can attack all opponent's monsters each once. Yeah. So if I didn't think this guy was an OTK going second card, then now I think it for sure, because it can attack all of your opponent's monsters once each. So 4,000 attack. That's gonna be lethal. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can put. Okay, so it has the same effect as the other Zero King, whatever. So if it's destroyed, you get to place in your Pendulum Zone. So you have a one that to 0, one that to 13. You can pretty much summon anything from your extra deck. This one does have a little note on it. It says this card is meant to be based on Supreme King Zark. I can see that, where you can banish the Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and Pendulum. It kind of like Zark, where it requires the other dragons. It also kind of looks like Reggie's dad, because he's wearing the purple, and he's a fusion, so he's from the fusion dimension. I see what they're trying to do. Really, really cool. Really cool art. The next card that we have is a Synchro. We have the DDD Founder King Clovis. Level 6 Dark Fiend Synchro Effect Monster. Attack is 2100, 1900 defense. Materials 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is Synchro summoned, you can target one of your banished DDD monsters. Sorry, you can banish one of your DD monsters, or if you control a Dark Contract, you can target one of yours in your graveyard instead and special summon it. Okay. So it's a 6, so I assume you're going to use the Lance with a level 4 to go into this guy. The Lance will get banished. This effect's going to special summon it back, and then you can go into a level 8 Synchro, which Siegfried. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can actually go into Crystal Wing as well. I just realized, because this is a Synchro already, so it opens up some good Synchro plays. I feel like I think we needed another good Synchro monster, because it's really just been Siegfried and White Armageddon that have really been the ones that have seen play. I mean, I know there's the High King Alexander, but that one just doesn't do much besides being a monster reborn and just gaining a lot of attack. You kind of wanted to do more things. The second effect of this Synchro card says if this card becomes banished, you can activate this effect if your DD monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Okay, so if this card becomes banished, I assume it's to summon. It's to summon the other fusion, the big DDD guy, DDDD, the 4Ds. So you banish this Synchro here, it'll inflict piercing. So even if your opponent has stuff in defense mode and he's attacking each monster once, yeah, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. So yeah, this is definitely going to be your OTK enablers. This also has a note to it. This monster's name is after Clovis, the first king of the Franks, and possibly the Clovis culture, as well as the suit of clovers associated with Reggie's sibling Rayra through their CC and CCC deck. I wonder if we're gonna get CC in this set as well, because we haven't. I mean, Arc 5 or Arc V Arc 5 it's been a while since it was actually going on with like the show. So it's been, I want to say it's been over 10 years at this point. I think the Pendulums. Yeah, I want to say it's probably like 10 to 15 years already at this point. Pretty crazy. No, not 15. What am I talking about? That's like Z still. I want to say, yeah, 10, maybe 11 years already. We've yeah, had Art 5 already and having Pendulums out, and they still haven't brought this deck out, which is pretty cool. Okay, so the art would definitely lead me to believe that this is like a young prince or something like that, which probably makes sense why it's associated with Reggie's sibling, because he does have a younger sibling, so that would make sense. Okay, next one, let's go ahead and go to the Xyz. It says this is a DDD Wisdom King Solomon, rank 4, Dark Fiend, Xyz effect monster, attack is 1000, defense is 2500, materials is 2 level 4 DD monsters. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Okay, so hard once per turn. First effect, you can detach one material from this card as cost. Add one DD card from your deck to your hand. So we have another Searcher. That's awesome, and it's a rank 4, so that's cool. The second effect is if this card becomes banished, you can target one DD effect monster you control. That effect monster gains this effect until the end of this turn. And the effect is if this card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of that monster's original attack. Okay, I'm seeing where they're going. They're trying to buff the big fusion guy with those 2 effects of the Synchro and now this Xyz. Yeah, this is definitely an OTK a play that you're trying to do, trying to banish those 2 monsters for his effect to go ahead and give him those extra added buffs. The note is this card's name is named after Solomon, the Israelite king, who is said to have commanded an army of demons in part to construct the Temple of Jerusalem. Notably, this seems to be in reference to the suit of spades, most likely as well, though, that this is heavily associated with Reggie's father, Leo Akaba. I don't see that, really, and just going by the picture, it doesn't look like Reggie's dad, or, I mean, I know that the whole family is like the card suits. Reggie is like a diamond, the father's the spade, the mother's the heart, and the clover is the sibling. But yeah, I don't see that, based off the picture, I don't see that this is Reggie's dad. I think the other big DDD guy is the dad. But anyway, let's go ahead and proceed here to the next one. This one I've heard a lot about. This one is the Link 3. We've always, as DDD players around the world, you guys know we've always wanted a Link 3, something to climb off of Gilgamesh. Like we wanted something else to go into after we've already used the effect of Gilgamesh to place the scales, after we Pendulum Summon. What are we going to go into? And this is the card. Finally, we have this guy. His name is DDD Sky King Zeus Ragnarok. That is a sick name. And the artwork is sick too. Alright, this is a Link 3. Dark Fiend Link effect monster. Attack 2200. The Link arrows are bottom left, bottom, and then bottom right. So all 3 bottom. So you can potentially Pendulum Summon 3 monsters to its zones. Materials 2+ DD monsters. So you can use the Link to Gilgamesh with something else that'll be like a climb to the Link 3. You can only use the second effect of this card's name each once per turn. First effect, you can target one DD or Dark Contract card you control, destroy it. Also, during your main phase, this turn you can conduct one Pendulum Summon of a DD monster or monsters in addition to your Pendulum Summon. You can only gain this effect once per turn. That is sick. Oh my gosh, so you can Pendulum Summon twice with this card. Card is crazy, cracked, like busted. Second effect, when your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand, quick effect, you can banish one DD monster or Dark Contra card from your graveyard and negate the activation. That is insane. So that's pretty much your Nibiru stopper. If you go into this before your 5th summon, you're pretty much golden. That's crazy. Oh, I like this card a lot. Art is sick too. Like, it looks like Ragnarok too, like he's not sitting down in the chair, but it looks like he's like... That's cool, man. I'm so excited for this. This is so sick. Note, this card is named after Zeus, the king of the gods in Greek mythos, as well as Ragnarok, the enchantology of the Nordic people. Okay, so I guess that's like the ending of the world and stuff like that, like Ragnarok, and then Zeus is the king of the Greek gods. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like its art, I like its effect. It's exactly what we needed to just, you know, extend and do like another Pendulum Summon and go for more plays. That's so sick. Alright, it looks like we have the Dark Contract cards now. So, Dark Contract with the Zero King is a continuous spell. This card is always treated as a DD card. So it's searchable off of Griffin and the Solomon. That's pretty cool. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. The effect is you can target one DD card you control except Dark Contract with the Zero King. You cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except DD monsters. Also, destroy that card, and if you do, special summon one DD monster from your deck. That's insane. That's another form of extension, too. So, what's cool is, like, if you normal summon the Kepler, let's say they ash it or something like that, or, you know, whatever, stop its effect from searching, and you have the the Machinex, you can place in your Pendulum Zone, place this, extend further to go into Go-Go. So you can play through a lot more stuff now with these new cards. I really like that. And then obviously the obligatory once per turn during your standby phase you take 1,000 damage, so that all the contracts have that. So that's really cool. I like this one as another like extender. I can see this being like a 1 or 2 of, like maybe even a 3 of. I don't know. I have to test this out. I like this card a lot. The art has DD Dog on it. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, looks like this is the last card here. So this is a trap card. This is Dark Contract with the Different Dimension. It's a continuous trap card. Obviously, they're all continuous. Besides the field spell, but you can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So hard once per turn. You can shuffle 2 Dark Contract cards from your graveyard into the deck, then target one of your opponent's cards or in their graveyard and banish it. Oh, it's another form of interruption. That's actually pretty good. It might be an upgrade over the Dark Witch Dark Contract, which we don't play right now, but I don't know. This could see some play as a 1-of, maybe in the side deck, going first or something like that. I'm not sure. Again, once per turn during your standby phase, take 1,000 damage. And then the third effect says, if this card is destroyed, you can gain 500 light points. Then, if it was destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you gain 500 light points. Wow, so this is the first contract that actually lets you gain. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's it. That's all the cards. I think this is about nine support cards, guys. This is a lot of support being dumped on us. I really am eager to go ahead and test these cards. I'm definitely going to go ahead and make proxies. So when I go to locals, I will be playing some games with some friends. Obviously, some friendly games. I can't play, proxies in like real tournaments or anything like that. But I will be getting some games recorded where I'm playing these new cards. I want to get into it. I want to, get into the lab and start labbing some combos. But these cards are really exciting. I cannot wait for these to come out, as well as the other Pendulum monsters that were revealed in the Battle of Legends set that's coming out in the summer. This is really exciting. If you're a DD fan or a player, excuse me, I'm choking on my own spit. I'm so excited. But if you're a DDD fan, you should be excited. This is a great time to be alive, as we say. But yeah, this is all I'm going to talk to you about today. This has been some great support. I'm really excited for it. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe at the bottom. Share this video. It helps the channel grow. If you're gonna buy cards on TCG Player, use my affiliate link down at the bottom. It helps the channel grow. With that being said, this is Brandon Lorian signing out, and I'm gonna be testing out these new cards. So remember, this is the way.